So let's get started. Go for it, Diana.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to this year's installation. Tonight, we will be recognizing our outgoing board of directors led by President Evie Wright. This year's board overcame a lot of challenges due to the pandemic and the need to restructure our fundraisers. Thanks to our amazing board and members, we had a really successful year. Next, Elaine Barrett will install our incoming board of directors, followed by remarks from our incoming president, Catherine Hess. Because we are celebrating 100 years since our first club was founded in 1921, Catherine's motto is, "We're not done yet."
Oh.
The invitation you received asked you to first answer the question, what are your dreams for Soroptimist's next 100 years? And second, prepare a visual representation for today's meeting. When I call your name, please answer this question and hold up your visual. If you've not made an item to represent your dream for Soroptimist, it's not too late, because at the end of this meeting, we will all hold up our visuals at the same time so Emily can take a screenshot. So I'm going to start off answering the question, what are your dreams for Soroptimist's next 100 years? So my dream is that Soroptimist will even have more of an impact on women, so that they have more, power over their bodies, their life decisions, more power in government, and more power in business. So I'll just call in order of people who kind of showed up. So Evie, can you answer the question?
Sure. So I would say if I had to pick one thing, it would be just more diversity and racial diversity, but also with maybe sexual identity or with income. It would be nice if there were some people who were a member of the club who had maybe a better understanding of what it's like to be the women that we want to help. So I don't have my visual representation yet. I was on the committee, but I forgot. So I'm going to make it right now.
Fine.
You'll just have to see it later.
Okay. Next is Forzan.
Hi there. My vision for the next 100 years is women uniting for women, women representing each other and helping and uplift and better our lives, and continuing to do that through uniting together. And that's my visual.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Forzan. Phyllis?
Okay, I don't have a visual yet. I'm working on it. But my vision, like everybody else, for Soroptimist in the next 100 years is a continuing sustainable society that promotes diversity as well as women's causes and men's causes, because unless men understand who women are, we're not going to make any progress.
Right on.
Thank you, Phyllis. Very true. Karen Westphalen?
My big dream for Soroptimist next 100 years includes increasing the size of our global volunteer movement at the local level. I hope that more hands equates to more impact as we work together to continue to transform the world one local life at a time. I hope we never stray from our high ethical standards and our commitment to uphold human rights for all. And may we continue to have a meaningful impact on transforming and advancing the status of all women through understanding and support of many flavors. And that's my.
Awesome. Very good. Catherine Hess.
So y'all are on the product side of things, and I was more on the process side of things. So my vision is we continue to make steps forward, forward, forward. Every once in a while, there's a little step backward, but we continue to make steps forward and keep moving for the next 100 years.
There you go.
Awesome. Very good. Lisa Fisher.
Okie doke. Hi, everybody. It's very similar to what Evie was talking about with respect to, well, my word is expansion. I went on a word. So, but expansion from the context of diversity, people and membership and diversity. And I talk about diversity, and I think about connecting with those that we haven't really connected with so far. Kind of looking also at expanding our own vision and our own minds to maybe look at a different, look at our programs differently, like we have had to. I mean, we were forced to. So let's continue on our expansion. And so we have a number of my favorite things, which just make me feel really happy when I look at Carnes, and I just think of them as being very expansive. So that's it.
Thank you, Lisa. That was great. Giuliotto.
Hi, I didn't actually draw out my picture. I just found it based on kind of what I was thinking. And I was kind of like you, Lisa, and that was a one word, but sort of spinning on that. And Forzan, it's kind of in line with yours. This is really fun to listen to everybody. Sunshine, which is like a ray of light. And just to remember that we're all here for each other, but we're also here for a greater cause locally and internationally. And I think sometimes we stray from that path that Catherine was just mentioning of moving forward. Sometimes we go backwards, sometimes we go sideways, and sometimes we go in circles. I think, but the key is to always remember that we're here to be each other's sunshine, ray of light, positivity, and to support each other. And so I just hope that the organization continues to be that for each other, as well as for all of those that we're here to support externally as well.
Thank you, Julie. Lori Henson.
Well, I chose the word opportunity. And my vision for the next 100 years is just to continue to move so that all women and girls have opportunity to pursue their dreams, to be able to support each other, support themselves, and make a difference in the world. And I think Soroptimist is really, working on that already by providing access to education for women and girls and advocating for equality, gender equality.
Thank you, Lori. That was excellent. Elaine.
Well, my thought is that we treat each other with kindness. It sounds kind of namby-pamby, but I've learned recently to treat myself with kindness. And the more I do that, the kinder I am to others. And the more response I get from people. It's been interesting. As I'm coming out of my shell and enjoying the world again, I think the more receptive I am and the kinder I am, the more people want to talk with me and interact. So I would wish that for each of us. I think we have a club that does that, and I would wish it for all of SI, of course.
Thank you, Elaine. That was great. Dee.
Let me grab my visual here. My visual is a collage that I did with acrylic paints and fabric and paper, diverse materials. And I used bright colors for optimism and diversity, and butterflies for transformation. And I went big also with transforming the world. So my dream for Soroptimist in the next 100 years is to continue to combine compassion and common sense for powerful, sustainable impacts towards growing a world that values diversity, equity, and inclusion, peace, and sustainability as the healthy norms.
Thank you, Dee. That was wonderful. Leah.
All right, so my visual is thinking about this many times in the middle of the night. I went with that Soroptimists continue with the theme of education, which leads to independence, which can lead to equality. And then I thought of this later with adding the word advancement. So that's my vision of continuing with education. How am I doing, Holly?
Awesome.
Leah.
Perfect.
That was great.
Thank you, Leah. Kim, you're next.
Hi, everyone. My word and my, I probably can't see it. Okay, well, it's connection. So I chose that word because I think that together, connected, we can really make a global impact. I think of the march that we did, the Women's March that we did several years ago, and the power we felt, empowerment, and just feeling like doing it together, we can really, really make a difference locally as well as globally.
Good point, Kim. Thank you. Susan. Let's go on to Mary.
Oh, hey, I'm right here. Sorry.
Oh, there you are. Okay, no worries.
I don't have a visual because I am not visual right now. I'm on my phone. So hi, everybody. So my vision for the next 100 years of Soroptimist is change. And what I mean by that is that we embrace it as what social justice and helping people and what that means changes over time. And so I hope people don't live in the past. I hope everyone's forward thinking and embraces change.
Thank you, Susan. That was wonderful. Mary Chapman.
So the word I chose is soar, as in fly. Yeah. Because I think we have, at least in the West, broken out of our gilded cage. And now I hope that Soroptimist can help us continue to just fly and soar. And I hope that we can help the rest of the women in the world fly and soar. And I think Soroptimist actually is very good at doing that. And I think all the women that we help, through our club personally, we absolutely help them to soar and to spread their wings and soar in their lives. And so I hope we can continue to do that for everybody.
Thank you, Mary. Wendy.
Hi, I'm Wendy Weitzel, and my equal rights for all women is my word. And I think we need to have bring the ERA back, and we have a long way to go in our own country to for equal rights for women. And it's hard for us to set an example if we can't be an example. So
well said.
Yeah. Sandra Bashan.
Hi, everyone can hear me. I think I accidentally have the lipstick from this filter that I tried to take off. I was playing with it. Anyway, so I have lipstick on from my computer. I didn't make that. I forgot all about this, and my vision is not really probably what most people would think the vision, but with Dee's thing of the transforming the world, I would like to see us fighting for what keeps me up at night, and that is sustainability of our planet and environmental justice. Because I feel like, we can work together as women to try to make a difference in something that is so important for everything, equality. If for any of it to matter, we have to have sustainable world.
Next, I have Lisa Ada. She may have stepped away. How about Emily?
Hi. So my vision is to really focus on the SDGs and continue our fight for the SDGs, the Sustainability Development Goals, which a lot of you have mentioned already. I should just turn off my filter. If I turn off my virtual background, you can see it, but oh well, that's fine. So I drew the SDGs with the colors of the SDGs, so that's my visual. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Lisa. Do you know the question?
Hi, can everybody hear me? My Wi-Fi is, yes. So I think my Wi-Fi is a little unstable, so hopefully this will work. But if you've read the book Melinda Gates' Moments of Lift, I picked 1 million moments of lift, and that could be 1 million and new members, it could be scholarships, it could be new programs, whatever it is that inspires and helps give women that lift that they need to succeed.
Thank you, that's wonderful. Meredith, you're next.
Okay, thank you for saving me for close to the end, because it took me a while to suddenly slap this together. I wanted to do like a really rainbow colored globe representing all kinds of, diversity representation. I think a lot of people have already mentioned similar things already. But like, I'm just pleased as punch that we have a new federation, and I'd love to see us continue expanding and in more places. Like, it really bums me out that there's not a Soroptimist club here in Petaluma, but I don't want to leave this club either. So I'm sort of like torn in wanting Soroptimist to get out there a lot more. And let's start with the places where there isn't any, and there needs to be. And I think it's great that we've begun in Africa, and I think it'll be fantastic to keep going. I hope one of these days I will be able to go to one of the international conferences and really get to meet Soroptimists from around the world. I think that would just be the bee's knees.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Meredith. Lorraine?
Lorraine. I have 2 words. One is relevant and the other is adaptable. And I would like to see us move to the next 100 years like we have the past 100 years, seeing the needs of women and stepping forward to just play a major role in improving the lives of women and children.
Awesome, thank you. And then Karen Lemke.
Hi guys, can you see my picture?
Hold it up a little bit higher. Oh yeah, oh awesome.
Oh. So if I had a word right now that I would wish for Soroptimists in the future, it would be imprint. So I think we think of our imprint now in so many ways. Last year, the fires took homes from some people that live even in Yolo County, and we couldn't go outside for 6 weeks. That's the environmental part. But I think women are very aware of our imprint that we make with our giving and our personality wise. I've talked to some people that are watching PBS, and they've ended the Friday nights now where they talked about who passed away from COVID, what kind of imprint did they leave? And I think that's important that we stop and try to make an imprint.
Thank you, Karen. Good point. Heather.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm here, but I'm not really here. I'm just listening and working. So I don't have a sweet little message to give, but I am here listening. So just move along.
That's okay. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Now, did I miss anyone? Awesome. Well, I thought you all had some really great, Meredith in her chat, meow. I thought you all had some really great dreams for the next 100 years for Soroptimist. So thank you very much for sharing. Next on the agenda is the recognition of the Outgoing Board by Evie Wright. So I'm going to turn it over to Evie.
Hey. So if you were on the board, you may have noticed that you did not get a gift from me. And there's a good reason for that. But before I show you kind of what it's going to be, I wanted to just really quickly say that this year's board was amazing. So adaptable, so willing to jump in and help at the last possible minute with anything, came with great ideas, attended all the board meetings, and just, you know, we're happy to do anything by Zoom or whatever. I felt so supported, especially during this, you know, crazy time where we saw each other without really seeing each other for almost 16 months. So we're coming out of it, and that's really great. I'm looking forward to seeing people in person in the fall, but in the meantime, I did want to show you. So long story short, hold on. So I decided a while ago that I wanted to cross stitch something for my board members, but then it kind of got put on the back burner because I couldn't find a pattern, a kit that I liked, and I've never done anything outside of a kit. And then I finally just said, you know what? I'm going to do a non-kit thing and buy all my own thread and everything, which I've never done before. And it took me a little longer to make one than I thought, and I made a few mistakes, but I do have one. And so as they get finished, I will be sending them to each of the board members, but I do have one to show so everyone can kind of see what it is going to be. So I cross-stitched this.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so it says empowered women empower women.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
That's great.
Yeah. And it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, so I apologize that it's going to take up much space on your wall, but I figured it's a nice reminder for all of us that, you know, we have to first empower ourselves in order to empower others, and it's a nice reminder that that's what we do. So you will be getting one in all kinds of different kinds of frames, probably in the next year or so. No, but it's been a really great learning experience, and I'm really enjoying doing it. And, you know, I will be very happy when each of my board members has one. So I apologize that you don't have them yet.
That's very kind of you and beautiful.
Oh, those are amazing.
Yeah.
Very pretty. I love them. I'm enjoying doing it. So it works out well for everyone, but I just wanted to say thank you. So
Beautiful.
Thank you, Evie. And those are beautiful. I know the board members will love it. Okay, next on the agenda is what we've all been waiting for, is the installation of our 2021-2022 officers by Elaine Barrett.
I thought we had a wine break here. We were looking forward to. Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay. I've taken off my Soroptimist shirt as my air conditioning's 82. So, whew. Well, it's good to see everybody. I feel very honored to be doing this job for our club. So here we go. There's going to be a presentation of officers and an installation at the end. So the first presentation normally would go to the parliamentarian. This is an assigned position, and parliamentarian is someone who reminds the club what the bylaws are, and you know, they're laws that we've chosen, rules that we've chosen, and she keeps an eye on Robert's Rules of Order, revised vision, and sits in on the board but has no vote and is advisory. So that will be appointed in time for our first board meeting in July. The next positions are the directors. Okay, we have, from membership, we have Mary Chapman. Programs, Karen Westphalen. Fundraising, Emily Zeiser. Public awareness is Lisa Adda. So ladies, I'm going to ask you some important questions here. You have been elected as directors of your club. You are important to the smooth operation of your club and to the planning and carrying out of activities resulting in the growth and stature of your club. I urge you to shoulder your full share of the load and to keep yourself well informed concerning all Soroptimist matters on club, region, federation, and international levels. You will serve as liaison between the board and committees within the pillar you represent. So Mary, Karen, Emily, and Lisa, do you understand and accept these responsibilities?
I do.
Good.
I do.
I do. Yes.
Good. All right. I do. Got all four. Okay. Next position is coordinator of calendar. This is a biggie. This is a big position. You have to coordinate our club needs and program and our region, SIA and SI, all of the different events. It's a huge coordination job. And this person works with the president to make sure that our club has some interesting programs and speakers. It's a really fun position. Phyllis and I have done it and shared it, and it's a lot of fun. So our coordinator for next year is Forzan Baziri. You're there somewhere. Forzan, you have been elected as coordinator of calendar of your club, our club. Your duties consist of scheduling and coordinating meeting programs. In cooperation with the president, will you locate interesting and relevant guest speakers for club meetings? Will you also update and distribute the club calendar? Do you, Forzan, understand and accept these responsibilities?
I do.
Good.
I accept.
So when you get back from the beach, you're going to start working as that? Okay, just checking. All right, the next two positions, we have our treasurer, Lori Henson. So Lori, you have been elected treasurer of your club. Your duties consist of receiving all funds of the club, depositing them, preparing and signing all checks, making all remittances as required by region protocols and federation bylaws, and paying authorized bills in the manner provided in your club procedures. By the specified date of each year, your book shall be ready for review. Good records are very important. Keeping your board and membership informed is a must. Lori, do you understand and accept these responsibilities?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Excellent. That's a hard position too. The next position is assistant treasurer. This position came about a while back when we thought someone needed to grow into the position. It's a lot of work and responsibility. Our incoming assistant treasurer is Sandra Bashan. There, Sandra. You have been
I'm here.
Okay, good. Back from break. You have been elected as assistant treasurer of your club. Your duties consist of helping your club treasurer in the varied capacities as described by your club's procedures. You must be ever ready to fill the shoes of the club treasurer and carry forward in her absence if necessary. Sandra, do you accept and understand these responsibilities?
Okay, Lori's got big shoes for me to fill. I don't know, but I'm going to do my best.
Well, the good news is we're Soroptimists and we work together.
That's right. Someone else will help me.
Well, that's a big job. Yeah, it's a really important job too. Okay, how about secretary? Phyllis. Phyllis is our incoming secretary, Phyllis Himmel. You have been elected secretary of your club. Your duties are to be present at business and board meetings and to keep a good and careful record of all proceedings. Because you will be keeping permanent records, you must be careful to record all business matters. You shall submit minutes of the business and board meetings and shall record attendance. So do you, Phyllis, understand and accept these responsibilities?
I do.
Good, good. What would we do if someone said no?
We won't go there.
Let's not. The next position is president-elect. It has not been filled yet. It will be filled by the time we have our July business meeting, according to our bylaws. President-elect has to spend the year learning, also helping the president and doing things that the board needs. Okay, and it's a learning year, and I got to tell you, it was one of the best experiences I ever had. Anyone who's been president of this group or any other group, you really do learn a lot. And hopefully I learned to get along with people better. I'm not sure, but it's a good position. So I would encourage anyone to step in. We have an incredible board and incredible members. Do not hesitate to take on that position. And incoming as president is Catherine Hess. Speaking of shoes to fill, fancy shoes, high heels, right, Dee? Remember those red shoes? When Dee came in, we had red sparkly shoes. You have an excellent board, outgoing and incoming. You know that all will be well. You have been elected president of your club, and your duties shall be those implied by the title. You shall preside at all meetings, set policy of the club, and represent the community, the spirit and character of Soroptimist. As important as the club procedures are, and as meticulous as they are in setting forth your duties, they constitute only a partial list. Worthy of note are the leadership qualities that your club members feel you possess: wisdom, patience, and understanding. As the presiding officer, you will be fair, tactful, and just, and above all, you will be gentle and kind. Common sense and willingness will carry you far in the development of communication, understanding, participation, and a Soroptimist viewpoint. This means you will be alert to the changing needs in your community and knowledgeable about region, federation, and international aims. And I'm going to add this to this list I was given. We couldn't ask for a better president. Evie's been wonderful. Catherine's going to be great. She knows Soroptimism, and she's both caring and conscientious. So, Catherine, it's too late. You've already accepted these responsibilities. Is that okay?
Yes, I accept.
Okay. We are your supportive sisters at your service. Okay, everybody. I now ask each of you to do your very best to carry out the requirements of your respective offices. To each, I recommend a study of the SIA Federation bylaws and your own club bylaws, which is what governs us, so that you will be thoroughly familiar with them. Also, may I suggest a review of all Soroptimist materials? It is very helpful for our officers and directors to meet and make the study together. I now declare these officers and directors duly installed in the offices to which they were elected for the ensuing club year. I congratulate each of you and wish you a most successful and happy term in office. Finally, club members, you thought you got off. I know you will pledge to do your very best in supporting your officers in many ways. Please welcome the Board of Directors of Soroptimist International of Davis. Congratulations. All right. And thank you.
Thank you, Elaine, and welcome to our incoming Board of Officers. Now, to make remarks and recognition of the incoming board for 2021-2022 is our incoming president, Catherine Hess.
So thanks, everybody. I think, let's see, I said earlier, somebody mentioned earlier, my theme is we're not done yet. And just a reminder, Soroptimist was founded in 1921 in Oakland. It was a service club for women who were not eligible to join other service clubs. And the first charter at that time restricted membership to white women. Evie, that was really interesting for you to tell us that. I had not learned that.
Yep.
That was only a year after the 19th Amendment that allowed women the right to vote was ratified. And so, you know, women were making progress, but at the same time, we had a whole lot of Jim Crow laws in the South. During World War II, the Japanese Americans were rounded up and interned. SI Davis itself was chartered May 1st, 1954. 2 weeks later, the Supreme Court issued the decision on Topeka versus Brown versus the Board of Education, saying separate but equal in education was not good. You could not discriminate. Then there was, you know, Rosa Parks was right around that same time where she refused to give up her seat. 10 years after S.I. Davis was chartered, we had the Equal Pay Act of 1963 and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that prohibited employment on discrimination on the basis of race or sex. But at the same time, we're really not fully there. We got Roe versus Wade in 1973. People are trying to backtrack on that one. Same-sex marriage has been legalized in 37 states so far, but that's kind of short of the 50 that we ought to have. Right now, women and people of color don't have full equality, less access to education and employment. Female genital mutilation occurs in Africa, but it also occurs here in California. Disproportionate impacts on health and economics from welfare have occurred to women and people of color. Continued attacks on family planning and the ability to vote. We're not done yet. I'm really optimistic that this club and SNR and SIA and Soroptimist International are going to keep making progress. That's why we do this. And I really appreciate the support from everybody here. I'm going to be relying on all of you, and let's just keep moving. I think the final thing on the agenda was to take a screenshot of our visual displays.
Who's taking the screenshot?
Emily.
Oh, okay.
It might be helpful if people can not have their visual background. Makes it a little easier to see the.
Also, do we need to unmirror our video?
Oh, is mine backwards?
I don't know, is mine?
Is mine?
Here.
Yours isn't.
Here.
Oh, yours is not backwards.
Mine might be the only one.
Everyone looks good.
Okay.
So let me try.
Mine backwards?
No.
Okay.
It's only backwards when you look at it.
Oh, is it backwards now?
No, yours is fine.
You're fine.
Okay, just a second.
Is mine working?
Let's see, Leah. Yep, yours looks great, Leah.
Okay, I'm not moving.
All right.
I heard the click.
It looks really good. Let me just review it, make sure.
Were we supposed to have our faces in it or not?
It does, yes.
What were we supposed to? Okay.
Emily, you have the right idea.
Emily, can you share your screen and show us what it looks like?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Good.
Does that look good?
This is,
wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
Cool.
Thank you, Emily.
Yeah. All right.
That's neat.
Well, thank you, everyone. That was brief. We were supposed to go until 6:50, and it's only 6:13. Woohoo!
We're efficient.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah.
Emily, do you recognize this?
Yes, I do. Yep, that's from Quality.
Oh, I should have put his little foot up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, perfect.
Should we take another screenshot of just our faces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And see Tonda, he's got to be be in it too.
Let me get my logo.
Yeah.
Or he's ungendered. He's non-gendered. It's just Tonda.
Okay. Let me know. Ooh, let me close this first. I got to close the one. Let me make sure I save it. Yes. Okay.
Oh, Meredith is gone.
And so Susan.
Oh,
Tell us when. So I'm not just smiling like a fool for 5 minutes.
Sorry, I'll tell you when.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Sorry, it's a little weird, but it looks good.
Listening
don't
to
have
everybody's dreams for 100 years was so inspirational for me. That was
Yeah.
really, really nice.
Yeah.
I loved how varied they were.
Yeah.
You know.
It was so tough, Catherine, to narrow it down because I kept brainstorming so many different words, movement and adverse, and just adaptability, and just there were so many. There were just so many. So I just had to tie it into book club. I had to go with moments of lift.
Well, and over 100 years, we should be able to do that many.
True.
Yeah, I want to do all of it.
And a year.
Emily, do you want to take one more picture? Meredith is back.
Oh yeah, with Meredith. Yeah, good idea.
Oh, there she is.
Sorry, I had to go and get Chinese food that got delivered.
That's okay. All right. Let me get it set up here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, looks awesome. Do y'all want to see it?
I also have a cat.
Sure, yeah.
Trying to be in this.
Look at that.
Where?
Let's see here.
Oh.
All right, there we go.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
Wow.
Wow, we all took a good picture.
I know.
Yes.
Very
It'll
good.
never happen again.
Yeah. We'll use that in every single ad.
Awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Maggie, did you come
Thank
after
you.
after the when we were talking about our big dreams for 100 years?
I missed it. I was late. I gave blood today. I had a few things going on. So,
Well, do
but
you want to tell us what your vision is?
well, I don't have one word, but I got this guy when I was in Malaysia at my first SI conference, and which is all the clubs in the whole world. And we met the lovely ladies from South Africa who are now have a friendship link with. And so my vision was just more getting together, more connecting in real life, and more kind of global integration of all of our mission and our objectives, working together, not just our club, but as an organization around the world. So, and his name is Sitanda. He has no gender, or Sitanda has no gender. And I mean, it's a project of their club to support sort of like a home for people who need a home, trafficking and victims and abuse victims. So.
Cool.
Oh,
Nice.
Catherine, I have your big fancy president's pin I need to bring to you.
I already have a president's pen.
No, this is like the club big fancy one.
I have one with a little hammer that comes out that I don't think I've ever worn.
I think that's a gavel.
Oh, okay.
They don't
Yours
make
is
those
interactive.
anymore.
This is just fancy.
Very sparkly.
It is
The
sparkly.
advantage to recycling them, I'm wearing my 2004 president shirt.
Yeah, the president's pin is recycled. It's given.
Yeah.
to the next president.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of which, and international conferences and president-elect, the next, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Korea is SIA.
SIA.
SIA. And the next president-elect should plan on going. So if you're on the fence, there might be a reason for you to go and meet people from all over the world and learn about how we do cool stuff.
Yeah, you get your airfare, your convention, and your stay covered. So it's pretty sweet.
Emily.
Seoul's really cool.
Malaysia. Wendy, where did you go?
Japan to Yokohama.
Nice.
Emily came too.
And they canceled Seattle. Darn it.
Oh, shoot.
I went to Orlando.
Yeah, I went to Malaysia. It was awesome.
And I went to San Francisco. It was great.
Oh.
And not far away, and everybody was there. It was fabulous to meet people from all over the world.
Nice.
So
Including
coming
San
up,
Francisco.
we've got SIA and SI are both having 100th anniversary parties, and those are going to be online. And then Soroptimist Development Retreat is, I don't have the dates in front of me, but coming up.
July 10th and 11th.
And it's online too, right?
Yeah. And they're always really good discussions and a lot of educational opportunities there. And if you can do it from your living room, sometimes that's an advantage, but people
Even
are
better.
encouraged to go.
And we have plenty of slots left for people to get reimbursed because we haven't had that many people sign up. So you can still get reimbursed, everyone.
Sign up for the SNR website, Evie?
No, it's if you go into do it through the newsletter. All the links are in the newsletter, I think. Or you go back a few newsletters and they're in there, maybe. But just let me know what you sign up for and I'll put you on the list. And that way I'll email everyone who's going where virtually.
When are the dates again? I'm sorry, that went in one ear and out the other.
SIA is the weekend of September 25th.
Mm-hmm.
And SI is like
October
October 2nd
1st
through 4th, but it depends on if you're gonna do in the morning or at night, because it's put on by SI Europe, I think, so it's that time zone.
And SDR was July 10th, you said.
Yes.
July 10th, okay.
And that one's free. That one you don't have to get reimbursed for.
SDR.
Correct.
Good.
I'm
Do you-
waiting for Ireland.
Ireland.
That's-
Yeah.
I'm going. I pay my
I'm
own
going.
way. I'm going.
Yeah.
When is Ireland?
I don't know.
2023.
Wow.
20.
2 years. Start saving.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah, 23. Huh? Okay.
So someone who's maybe thinking about being president in the future.
Oh, I'm
president that year. Don't be shy about taking the perks, I'm saying.
It's
And don't be
definitely
shy.
it's definitely an incentive, Leah.
Ireland. I'll save my mileage.